Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Green 39. Detroit. Gun.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39.
And Jackson throwing once more. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll get up at the 3-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second down, Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, Tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Justin Houston in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield now on second down, escaping the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit!
Play fake. Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. And I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
Yeah, they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
Football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing is Jackson, and he fires one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! Ah!
Jackson now throwing again. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Following the interception, Mayfield throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
319!
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security. And they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They go play action now. Jackson. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Green 39! Green 39!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Gone!
They go play action here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Tim Williams in there to get him for a loss of 5. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They go play action. Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Green 39. Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
Go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Watching that body, body. Gun, 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 gun.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Landry. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle.
Here we go.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Landry now, the return. Landry and unusual footwork. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. A first update now out of Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. A first down throw from Mayfield. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Now he's flushed out left. Finding room to the 20. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
First down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Leopard!
To throw again is Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken at the 3. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And off comes to Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
2nd down, Mayfield. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Green.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green, 39.
Jackson off the play fake. Now he'll throw deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Jackson, off play action. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They go play action now. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. And a loose football. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run with Muhammad. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. This time, Jackson will throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on first down. Able to shake him off. Now he'll escape to his right. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action with Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And now running right through it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield off the play fake. Throwing deep here for Coleman. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
No. Check. Patriot.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Gone! All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll go with the keeper, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He's back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Patriot! Detroit! 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 Gun!
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Back to throw. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. He'll look to throw. They find some open field here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And it's incomplete. Still time left, though. 2 seconds remaining now in the fourth quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew